Hello and welcome. Right, we are just bringing back the last of the harvest from that field where there's I was going to say the harvester. That was a challenging field, one of the most challenging fields I think I've ever done. I'm not sure if there is I don't understand why I think we're gonna have to do it ourselves. There is a road. Like after this, yeah, it goes down and then it goes like up and then down. It sort of reaches, there's multiple crests on the field, so there's no real right and wrong way to do things. It's going up this way, but then it's also going up to the left. So it's like going up, but then also you think, okay, well, that's easy to work out. Yeah, but then it's got crests. And the lay of the land, I think I'll do it myself, because they'll end up going halfway across the map. The other one did when I sent him. Yeah, we need fuel in this badly as well. Yeah, did a test to see if you press like worker and the fields and it's a long way away from the crop, will it just give up like they would used to? You used to have to pretty much put them right in front of the field, what was left of the field. I had to press the button twice. The first time it did, but the second time it was still a long way from the crop and it did actually do it. So it's a bit hit and miss. It all is a little bit like that. But yeah, so what did we do in this session? Well, that's really easy to sum up. We just did the field of barley. It was a monster of a session, it really was, because this Risoux mash, it's not capable of doing that. I mean, I had to pull every trick in the book to make this. Sometimes it was low as 2 miles an hour because it struggles up the hill without under load. So it's not, we've not got an oversized header on or anything like that. It's its own 6-meter header. It's okay, it is a bit of a big one, probably really for the Risoux mash, designed for flats, but to be honest, I'm sure this on a flat field it could probably take an 8.5 meter at present anyway. Let's just get that ready. This needs fuel. Let's put it under the fuel. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the Omatana's supply does things like this as well. Let's put that down for a minute. Yeah, I've been tweaking a lot of mods. I've made a lot of mods, and I've put the BI brand now in things. Right, so this should. Oh, I like how quick it does it. Wow, amazing. Stick this back over here. We will, grab the rest of this, and we must get. We could have. I'm skittering all over the place. I apologise. Yeah, we really do need. The one thing we do need is we need to look out for a new harvester. If we're going to do fields like this, that one on this map, which we are, I'm not going to sell the field just because it's a tough field, but it really is a challenge. Even these tractors grabbing the. I'd had the class on this the first time round. It was doing 7 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour up the hills to get this. The grain tank got filled in the time it took me to bring this back, and the work was waiting for about 5 minutes until I could get back to it. It was that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do the straw with the fluffy mods. I thought. But I thought we'd do it with this 55 tonner rather than bale or lease. I thought we'd just do it that way, go loose for a little bit. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't want to go to too many productions on each of the Let's Plays. We have got the pig food, but I think we really need to look for a harvester. That is the thing that we really need to do. Now I'm trying to think. No, we're not doing oils on this one, are we? We've got it on. Careful. I think I already took a chunk out of this field earlier. Going around a little bit too severely. Yeah, I did there. Thought I did. Yeah, that was when I was trying to get back with a class. So yeah, literally, it's going to be the quickest catch-up ever. How well did we do? We can actually at least show that. We have barley, 43 tons of barley we got off that field. There's an awful lot of straw that we've got to get off next session, and I think this tractor's really the one that we'll do, because it is a really challenge. These are challenging fields. They certainly run away, but they are absolutely walks in the park in comparison to that field. That is a real monster, as well as being big. It's you know, really tough. So yeah, fluffy mods down there. Do we put a silo like we did on Rhombos, because it's a long way away, like just a multi-fruit at the top, so that we got, I think it's probably one of those fields that we could do the production silo, a pusher as I call them. Yeah, I think it probably would be one of the, have I got two sizes of that yet? I think I've only got the little one, haven't I? Yeah, I'm going to do a small and a big. I've done a big multi-fruit now as well as a small multi-fruit because of Frankenmuth, which I am going to do the odd session on. I'm not, Riverbend Springs is not finished or anything like that, but it's very, very advanced now. So I'm just doing a few sessions on Frankenmuth just to sort of like ease me in and that type of thing. So let's just get that harvester back in. And yeah, so really there is very little to report. That's what we did. And this needs a bit of repair. It's not terrible. Yeah, so this really, it's not, I mean, I'm not going to get rid of it. It's okay for the fields at this top end, but it's really no good for that field. That is a real monster of a field. It did it, but like it was not. It's not made for that kind of field. That was a real monster. Yeah. So all that really remains to be said is I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Still want to say hello. It's amazing that, because obviously you're just starting, so it's so natural to say hello. Right, we've just got the roll of the last job going, and then really it's time for us to get out of April. Really, it's not. I've done the enclosure, but I'm looking at my cash and I'm thinking, oh, which is all on dollars. That's a good job we just mentioned cash, and at the beginning for once, usually at the end. But yeah, euros is where we need to be. I have discovered many things, and I do know now why this little thing wasn't working. It wasn't that it wasn't working at all. It's because it's got a little secret ability of if you do 20,000, you sell 20,000. Now on Riverbend Springs, this is one mod. In other words, when it's on a map, which it really was meant to be, it's a single use. But if you put it into your mods folder, it's variables, and what it's supposed to do still work. But if you spend 20 grand on any map, then it's going to not work for 2 full days. I think it must be product based as well. So in other words, the pig food. So I didn't realise this. So I've removed that line of code from that from this particular thing. So it should work. Whether its original thing still stands is anyone's guess. I think we should be able to just try it. Really. Which I think we may have put it all back in. Let's have a look. Let's borrow Big Blue. You were just up there. Let's see, because we really could do with the money. Imagine we could do with the pig food for the pig food, really, I suppose. And that's my point. Yeah, we decided on that. So we've got some pig food, but it's only a little bit. Yeah, we really do need to do more than that. And how is that business doing, by the way? That is the other thing. I'm trying to look. When do our things... I think most of it's March. It is for that one, and we will have. Well, we did definitely, because we bought the field and we bought a low end of things. So, what's the sales? We've sold everything. Or there was nothing there, or something like that. So let's have a look. Is there anything else that we are in green with? Bread is building up nicely again. Carrot soup is again on the. It's going up. The flour. Have we actually got any in there on the bread flour? The grain meal. It's got oats again, so it is actually doing it, and it is. So the grain, but bakery is. Why is it saying materials missing? Oh, because it ran out, and now it's working again. So it should again. We need to go through till tomorrow to make everything work properly. So. Everything is working, so we could sell that. We could afford the enclosure and the pigs, but then we may well run out of pig food. Let's have a look how much pig food have we actually got in total. That's probably the interesting thing. 39,000 litres. It's not today though, is it? It's like it's not an inexhaustible supply. That's the point, and it would eat us out of house and home to buy pig food. Although you can buy the individual constituents, I suppose. Even though the cheap thing is good, and we don't think we can afford to do it really at the minute, which is a bit of a shame. Now, I'm trying to think we could afford. Yeah, one of the cheapest. Fantastic, that's brilliant. He's done then. One of the cheapest things I always find is sheep or goats, because they have just grass. Now that is amazing. We've not got stone picker, have we? No, this is we've got to put this really where it was before. It's one of the few places where it's facing up the hill, because the roller things just want to go wherever because they're rolling, obviously. It makes sense. I understand why, but what I mean is there are very few places on this very hilly map that I suppose I could stick it next to the silo. Looking at that, actually, that's not a bad place. I know it's a bit cheeky, but no one's going to sort of complain. So we could sort of run it as uncheekily as possible, like that. It's not going to be too terrible, and people can still get past as long as it doesn't roll down the hill. Shouldn't do, but I don't know how it works. We've still never got that bale, the escaped bale. I bet you there are probably a couple down the bottom of that hill somewhere, you know, that sneaked past our defences. Yeah, when they are difficult. It's typical. It's one of the bad things about round bales, isn't it, really? It's the fact that they roll. Oh, right, so then, that's everything done. Yeah, I have done it, though. I have done it. I will show you my handiwork. It's, I don't know if the picture's still the original, though, but it isn't the original anymore. It is. They've tweaked it a lot, and boy, did it take a lot of tweaking. I do like to make things look. Yeah, it is, because it's got the. Yeah, it really does not look. Well, the shape obviously does, but you would be surprised how difficult it is to edit the green, the Horman green. Oh my life, is that difficult to do? Yeah, it's done. I have done it, and it holds. I did 250 to begin with. No, it's 177. I've settled on. I think it's just a bit more than 150. Of course, you can extend the enclosure, but we've not got much room for that, so it would be probably very little of an improvement. We only need both sides, so you could sort of go with the trees. It would sort of settle just there, and then you can feed and grab the slurry quite comfortably. So there would be a little bit of room to actually. Yeah, we've got to be careful not to block our pallet thing. Yeah, that would do. We can still get past to the repair point, and you can still get to that. That would do very nice. Yeah, we know it overlaps, but it's actually on something like that. So we could do it. It's the continuing to afford them, although they don't take long to breed, and therefore you propagate. You could sell them to market, because I don't know if it works. I would say it does. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing, isn't it? That the animal dealer's got to work, otherwise, because the whole thing of pigs, which is really to sell the porkers when they've like grown up a little, when they're worth quite a bit. I started to do it. I took husbandry really seriously on the Russian map on Around the World in 80 Days, and for the very first time ever, I really did it as it should be done. It was quite amazing. I was making quite a lot of cash of all of the husbandries, as you should do, because as they were giving birth and it was growing, then I would wait until the last set had got to sort of medium age, and then before they filled the enclosures, I'd sell the oldest set. Not the biggest oldest ones, obviously, like the medium oldest ones, because you keep in your best breeders. But then soon with pigs, your other one becomes best breeders, and that's what I'm saying. Pigs especially have got such a short cycle, although I don't know as well. I mean, that's the other thing. Pigs in FS25 were actually not too bad. Giants really. 19, they ate you out of house and home. You just couldn't keep up with it. It was quite scary to own pigs, I always found. I did try a few times to sort of, when I was rich, and they just poured your money down an endless hole that you never seem to get back. So yeah, but it's not like that anymore. Right, so then, yeah, I do still concur with what I said. I was looking in editing and I thought, well, you did sound a bit. And I thought, yeah, but I have a point about the. It really is someone really stuffed up making that, because at least without the ridge maker, I will get to tell you what I'm on about. Yeah, when you use the ridge maker, you can't see where you've been. That needs addressing. I would willingly use it if it was designed properly, but as it is, only a worker can do it. And I mean, I'm not being nasty, but you can't expect your workers to do an entire massive monstrous field like this, or with a 3 metre bit of thing. You've got to show a bit of moral support. And to be honest, you're totally working in the blind. You can't see where you've been at all. It's dark all over. If they did the same as fertilising, and it went light or dark, then it'd work. But it doesn't. So it's, again, another one of those things that Giants did half-baked. They didn't do it properly. It makes no sense. It doesn't work properly. So yeah, I'm not being horrible. It just is the truth. So the pigs, I would like to do. Also, we'll look for an animal. Yeah, they don't. It's true. There's not a lot. Let's go through till tomorrow. It is still 8 o'clock. At least we'll see a bit of growth, and we've done everything, literally everything, including for once we did the rolling with that beautiful roller. Yeah, we're very fortunate in having that, because at least it doesn't take you terribly long to do you rolling, does it? Now then, weeds is what I'm wondering. Where we did get weeds last time. No, they're being good this time. Yeah, we did actually do. I can't remember if we did. Did we till or well? It's behaving. I don't particularly care. 134. A big. Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we've got it, haven't we? So it's a shame, really. But do we swap ours? Ours is practically worthless. So not really. And fantastic. I may as well at least earn a few thousand out of it. There's no point in like not, is there? Let's get this done quickly. It is true, I keep saying this. I mean, even if your repair costs alone, they cost you an absolute arm and luggage to just sell 2 things at the shop. It does not take very long. It is a part of the game now, and you've sort of got all cards now. So yeah, again, I've always said this. I tell a story with each map, but also I play the story. It is governed by a set of rules that obviously Giants make. So therefore, I do follow that set of rules. So like whatever the features of the game are, I work within that set of rules. So if something's going to make me cash, especially being on hard economy, it is really tough. It is. I can't stress that enough. I might make it look relatively like that. It isn't, but it is. It really is. It's very, very comfortable. Got to grab the telehandler for some of this. I imagine the telehandler's useful here to move those items that you can't drag with a 3-point or something. So luckily both of these you can. Yeah, there's an awful lot of Amelie Kemper yesterday I was on New From Seal. We made a killing because we got absolutely loads of big items. Literally, and it is the luck of the draw. It is as that saying goes, because you've got no control. You could get small little items. Some things are hardly worth selling. Like that will have made 2,660, something like that. So it was worth doing. The other one likewise. If it's 30,000 plus, it's worth doing. If it's 10,000, unless it's an item you want for the farm, there's not a lot of point in doing it. Right, so then, we've got no animals to worry about at the minute, which is a shame. The thing we need to look at is that barley, which is very, very early. It's the earliest of everything. It might be ready in the morning by the look of that. It may well be June. It might be. I thought it was July, but it might be June. It is. So the barley field is going to be ready in the morning. Typical. Let's go through till June, and we do want it to be 8 o'clock. Something I'm forgetting is no. All of our selling is March or December, January. Are we good? I like that. When you get things that fall all over the year, it gets difficult. And the amount of times I've forgotten something due to that, it's quite terrible, really. because there's just so much going on, and as I've frequently sort of shown, talking is my big... Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Trying to think, we've not got anything special, have we? It's just, yeah, typical. I mean, it's the normal dwarf, isn't it? It's its storage thing. It's absolutely vile. It is. It really ruins it. The fact that it's got absolutely no storage, and you've got to. Yeah. It's brilliant for like grabbing things off, but I think we're still better to lease. We haven't got a specialist on this, have we? We keep leasing the Quattro and that. Yeah, we do. We did it. It was a good little call. So if it was the Quattro, I'd snap the hand up. But would it be the normal, the Zixvi, but it's a silent. It's the Kivsi. It'll be a silent Z. Yeah, the dwarf. It's just that having a worker follow you, or like you follow the worker. I suppose you could follow the worker. It would do it. I don't know. This is the trouble. The workers are really slow with it. We do need those, though. That is definitely true. And I don't care if it's the 5.5. That is also brilliant, but it's only 10,000 anyway. So that we're going to buy. We could sell that one though, because that would make us 34,000. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's a shame. I've got to be honest. If it was the Quattro, I would absolutely snap that hand off. Yeah, I sort of was feeling a bit guilty about going for these big ones, but I've said, well, I always go and say that mechanics rule is king. Yeah, no, it was 345. I wasn't sure. So, oh no, yeah, we've got 345. Oh, and 343. Would you believe it? We need to borrow another 5,000 for like pennies. All right, so let's grab you. Yeah, so although that is good, the Weaver, we've got a telehandler for once. I do love it as well. It is a beautiful bit of kit for one. Yeah, I had it on Sri Lanka and I thought, oh, the Weaver, as you do it with a piece of equipment that you've never, you know, sometimes you've got no cause either for like saying things like that. You just like say, oh, but you really don't have any reason to. You just think, oh, I don't fancy that. It's like a weird add-on, but actually, I fell in love with it. I did. It was one of those things where come on the right hand side. Where I had to go, persevere, and thought, oh my life, actually, this has got some quite good advantages. So let's sell you and get rid of that so we can see what we actually did have got left. And it should that we did make quite a bit of profit, which I like the sound of that. There we go. We did. So 164,000. And not only that, you've got to remember that we just bought an item worth 20,000. So sort of all the wheeler dealing is paying for bits of equipment or repair costs, and that's what I'm saying. It's as a welcome change because it sort of helps the Let's Play. We've now got a stone picker. Now, of course, we can't pick the stones now, but we can next year. It has been sadly lacking. Yeah, I would have preferred the bigger one. Obviously, the batshit would have made, but this, it's not to be sneered at. If 5.5 meters is, I'm glad they got rid of those other, whatever they were called. I can't remember. That's how much I didn't. Really? Oh, you idiot. Oh. Well, you made profit on it, all right. Right. Look, that's drastic times call for drastic measures. We will buy that properly then. You nincompoop. Yeah, we will. We'll treat ourselves to it. Because, yeah, we've got the cash to do it. I know it's not... But at least we've got a big one, and it's 126,000 still left in the kitty, so it was worth it. The wheelie dealing has paid for a brand new stone picker because Mr. Smith is a wally, basically. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm quite glad that we've got it. It is what I would choose to have. So I suppose sometimes it's these mistakes are terrible. We would have had more money, but we're right back where we were at the beginning. But we did a lot of wheeling, and we've now got a brand new, doesn't need repairing, bit of shiny kit. So win-win. Oh, you've got to turn negative into a positive, haven't you? Really, otherwise it's right. Ooh, probably squeeze in there. Can this? Yes, it should do. It's a really fantastic shed. Yeah, they did design a second one. It doesn't appear either it was broken or they were told off because it's like Black Sheep Moddings with the bays. Now, I could be that one. They were told that, you can't have that. Even though I've got to be honest, if that's true, it's still a unique design. Black Sheep Moddings is also a unique. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a very cheap price, even for a metal thrown up. I mean, I know these are reasonably cheap in real life to throw up like this. Like the Easy Sheds are the same design, but 4,000 made like BI Industries, they actually must do it at cost for you, which is amazing. So yeah, it's one of the most. I would have easily gladly paid. Like I love the price of the Black Sheep Modding one. That was always very good value, and obviously I'm hoping it comes back in. But whilst we wait, no, because that sounds like I'm gonna drop this. It's brilliant for 4,000. It's one of those quite large, very useful things that I like. That design where they've got open bays, and of course they did close a couple of them as well. So it's not like. Yeah, which you can have these at the back for 2 with that, and they sort of enclose you in without a back on the back. So you can go all the way through. Very, very useful. And obviously with the bays would have made it a little bit more useful, but you can live without them. It's not the end of the world. It is brilliant. Right, so we're in the month of June. While we are chatting, we should be now see that our field is golden. And indeed it is. So instead of chatting, we ought to grab that Risoux mash, which we're right next to. And it's 6 meter header, the bigger of the two. Stairs are here. Now I started this engine. I never thought we'd actually need it. Just go down the wrong way, didn't it? I always find its header looks tiny, weeny. Yeah, I thought I did. I thought I'd started everyone's engine. I occasionally forget one or something on the terror for it. Right, let's run no, because it's going to take a few minutes for its hole to fill. So let's make the start. It's a big field, and then we'll grab the. We'll be able to get past that stone. All the oaks that we still haven't bought a bucket for. We should. Yeah, we can afford one. It's true. There's no excuse at all now. We'll grab that. So. It's a Pharaoh trek. I'm going to go into a time-lapse though, because not only is it a Pharaoh trek, but it's going to take a while to actually do that. So I've got to get into the habit of realising the Emertana has got, you can sort of see it coming just on the right now. Yeah, the Emertana has the ability to refuel you, and I'm obviously always thinking about a fuel point, but you can buy it direct from our supplier Emertana, so there's no real need to struggle. This is what I'm really having the Risoux mash is really a disadvantage because of how slow it is. Nevertheless, it's cranky. It was a good deal, it really was. And again, it was something that sometimes you could get a big one in the sales, like by JHHG. Sid's not actually dropped anything yet. It's not. I would imagine he's busy converting. Wow, you say that. The thing is, he may well have done, but it's not been sorted in the mod hub yet. So, right, let's grab. You will do. I don't care which one of you grabs the big trailer that we have. I mean, we have been wheeling dealing all the way through this, really. We did our trailer. We sort of did the crones, did a bit of Swizzerooning, and yeah, we've done well really out of it. I mean, our businesses are thriving. I mean, yeah, we've got 126,000 on hand. That was just going up and down. We just had 200. So what I mean is, we've just been able to, due to how well we have done, is to buy that kit because some Wally actually sold the original. The amount of times I do that, you get into the habit of pressing sell. It's, well, this is me. You all know what I'm like. I'm terrible, yeah. It's got big wheels. I'm going to go through the forest rather than around that edge. It's a bit narrow. Looking at this there. It's not. There's no trouble with having these monster tyres. It shouldn't take us very long to get there. We're not as slow as the some actually with almost 3 times the speed of it, so it shouldn't take us seconds. It is a hilly field though, isn't it? They all are, there's no... It is sort of it's going to be hard to bail. Yeah, because put them on the left-hand side, they're going to want to roll straight away. I'm going to have to put them crossways, all of them, onto that. So let's... The only bad thing about this is obviously it's a very small hold, and obviously having a standard worker, I should have done course play for once. Now then, we haven't got a baler, have we still? Sure we haven't. We keep leasing it, don't we? No, that's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I'm sure we haven't got a baler. No. We keep leasing it, don't we? So it's a shame. Again, if anything, we should have bought something like the... we could lease it for a change, I suppose. Yeah, but then we've got to run backwards and forwards with straw, unless we put a small production next to this field, because we do own quite a bit of headland. Could stick one of my new contraptions. Yeah, the one that I'm really proud of. So we could afford it just, but we've got to see, because I'm not sure how much of this land it'll say we own. Like this corner here would be the best, but it doesn't seem to give you much room, whereas slightly wider there. Let's have a look, shall we? Productions. I think it's the big one, the 17,000 one is the one. A forage production, a production for the farm. We know that land. We're not. None of it. Well, this definitely is. We're on our field. I think. Yeah, it's an alpha map, isn't it? You will note that it's got a green. Yeah, took me quite a long time to keep the rust on the... you can see that there's like a shade of green on that, but you can still see the rust marks on it. That took quite a lot of effort to do that. You can see the model's the same as what I've normally done. So this field somehow is only in the middle of the field. Wow, how can we not own the land that we've actually worked on? Oh, do you know, seriously. So we'd have to run it right the way back over to here. Yeah, it is literally as well. So you'd have to like... Why did they do it that away? Right, okay, enough of this. Let's go and sort worker B out. Right, time-lapse time. We will have a look at this. Yeah, it looks like it's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys' accounts on the other side. just going to try something, just coming up the time lapse, because I'm just going to try, can this figure out that there's still something left on the field? No. Oh, not quite that simple. Yeah, I've done that before when they've like abort the first time and then like try. I brought this one in. I've got to be honest. This is one of the most difficult fields I think I've ever. It sort of goes up and down in sort of like every single way. It reminds me of like, which farm was it? Oh, not Greenwich Valley, Greenlands. Yeah, now that was a really challenging map. And on the actual farm, which is why I didn't go for the farm, it had a field that like went down 2 different ways, and I'm like, I don't think at the time I felt confident enough to actually tackle it. But I've got to be honest, it made this look like positively slight gradients. It was almost vertical drops. This is a lot better. Yeah, 29 tons, I was thinking, I think I'm going to struggle going up these hills with it. If I do this as 55 tons, I don't think we've got a tractor in our arsenal that's going to be capable of bringing 55 tons up these steep hills. That's a big, for class as a heavy tractor, a powerful tractor, but it really... No, I've got to be careful, because it's going to go straight across the field then. So we did do very well. Now, I thought... I'm going to get the fluffy mods and I'm going to do the field next session. It's been a monster, it really has. It was very challenging. The one thing that... No, I'm going to leave this for the summing up stage. I am, yeah. In fact, I'm going to say my goodbyes now, then I'm going to literally sum up and like say what I was about to say. I've got to get used to this. Yeah, so all that remains to be said... Oh, no, we would like to see how... Well, no, because then it's going to go at the front. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, really... how well we did is going to go at the front, so we don't really need to say, because you'll have seen this at the beginning. It's me that needs to get used to this way of doing things. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.